One of my favorite things about adventure riding is backcountry moto camping. There's just something special about packing up your bike, heading into the wild, and setting up camp in places most people will never see. It's a chance to explore and find your own piece of paradise. It's freedom at its finest. But let's be real, picking out your first moto camping kit can feel overwhelming, especially on a budget. With so many options out there, where do you start? In this video, I'll break down the low-cost gear I keep coming back to. The stuff that's lasted me countless trips and taken me on so many adventures. We'll go over shelters, sleep systems, tools, and accessories. Plus, I'll tell you where to save money and where it's actually worth spending a little extra. And just so you know, I bought all of this gear with my own money. No sponsorships, no bias, just my own experiences. When it comes to picking a shelter, it's easy to get lost in all the choices. Should you get an ultralight backpacking tent? A bivvy? A hammock? Well, after a few years of moto camping and canoe trips, here's my take. If you want solid weather protection without breaking the bank, almost any 3-season tent from a good outdoor brand will do just fine. You don't need to drop $500 on the lightest, most high-tech model. I'd recommend a 2-person tent for extra space. It's nice to have room for your gear, and you can share if a buddy tags along. It's also worth noting that a quality tent will come with no-seam netting instead of mosquito netting. No-seam netting is far more dense and does a much better job of keeping smaller bugs out. My go-to has been the Eddie Bauer Rangefinder Alu 2. It's lightweight, packs down small, and has good ventilation. It's been a part of my kit now for over a year and a half. For the price I paid, I doubt I could have done any better. My only complaint? Since it's white, the bottom is permanently stained from dirt and grass. But hey, that's just a sign of a tent that's been well loved. If I'm just going for a quick overnight, I love using an Amazon hammock set. It's obviously not as nice or comfortable as the brand name models, but for the price, it's surprisingly durable. In fact, the only real damage it's taken is a few small holes in the netting, courtesy of a curious bear. After sewing them up, it's still going strong. I really like how compact it is when packed up, about the size of a water bottle. I also like being able to stay off the ground in the rain. Next up, a tarp. This is one of those must-have items. Whether I'm staying dry by the fire, adding extra rain protection over my tent, or just getting some shade, a tarp is always in my kit. You don't need to spend much, but I do recommend one with multiple attachment points. A nice camping tarp is also much more quiet in the wind. If you're setting up camp for a few nights, or riding in a group, the Eureka No Bug Zone is a game changer. Especially during bug season here in Ontario. It gives you a nice space to relax, cook, or escape the sun. I think of it as my outdoor living room. Unfortunately, I think Eureka is discontinuing the item, which is a shame because it's one of my favorite pieces of gear. Now, let's talk about sleep. My go-to sleeping pad for the last 2 years is just a simple insulated accordion foam pad. I'll be honest, it's not the most comfortable thing in the world. But here's why I stick with it. It's cheap, lightweight, and indestructible. After going through 3 different inflatable pads that all failed on me, I decided I'd rather compromise a little comfort for reliability. Next up, sleeping bags. This is one area where I recommend spending a bit more. A good 3-season bag from a reputable brand is well worth it, not just for comfort, but for safety. You do not want to be cold in the middle of nowhere. A warmer bag will also allow you to extend your camping season. My Mountain Hardwear Shasta -18 Celsius has been my best investment so far. It wasn't cheap, even on clearance, but I have zero regrets. I've used it year-round, including on some below-freezing winter camping trips. I also bring an extra fleece blanket. This is an underrated item. I usually sleep on top of mine for extra padding. or I'll use it as a pillow since I don't bother packing one. But it can also come in handy when the temperatures drop. Now, onto tools, because the right gear can make camp life a lot easier. A folding saw is probably one of my most used tools. Whether I'm clearing fallen branches from the trail, gathering firewood, or even making room for my tent, a folding saw is a must-have. I have two different ones, but my go-to lately has been the small folding one. It works great and is quite compact. A solid folding knife and a set of utensils is pretty self-explanatory, but always useful. You don't need to spend a fortune here, but make sure the knife is sturdy. Having both a rechargeable lantern and headlamp is nice. My lantern has a built-in solar panel and even doubles as a phone charger in a pinch. It also folds to make itself easier to pack. Bringing a battery bank is also essential for keeping everything powered up, especially if you rely on your phone for navigation. When going into remote areas, you also need some way to get clean drinking water. I like using a filter like this. It screws onto a bag or water bottle to filter the contents. I pack my food in a dry bag. This does a good job of sealing in odors, and it makes setting up a bear hang easy. If I'm feeling lazy, I'll just walk out into the woods and stash it somewhere away from camp. Speaking of bears, if you're wild camping, safe food storage is critical. There's nothing worse than waking up in the middle of the night to the sound of a bear going through your luggage. Trust me, I've been there. Lately, I've started carrying an alarm along with bear spray. The alarm is loud and can scare off wildlife or signal for help in an emergency. And while bears are usually afraid of humans, I've learned the hard way that they can be quite unpredictable. Better safe than sorry. Moto camping gear can get expensive fast, but I hope this helped you figure out where you can save money and where it's worth investing in quality. If you've debated getting into moto camping or wild camping, just get out there. It's incredibly rewarding. Things might not always go to plan, but that's what makes it fun. Do you have a favorite piece of moto camping gear or something you regret buying? Let me know in the comments. With winter coming to an end here in Ontario, I'm gearing up for another season of ride and camp adventures, and I'll be sharing it all here. If that sounds like your kind of thing, hit subscribe and stick around. See you next time.